Most sales don't stall because of price. They stall because buyers are trying to figure something out. I see this all the time when talking with business owners. The sales conversation starts strong. The prospect is engaged. They ask good questions. They like what they hear. Everything feels like it's moving forward. Then suddenly you hear something like this. Let me think about it. Send me the information. I'll get back to you. Most businesses assume the problem is price. But after working with entrepreneurs for more than 40 years, I've learned something important. Sales rarely stall because of effort, they stall because of hesitation. And hesitation usually appears when the buyer isn't fully sure about something. Maybe the outcome isn't obvious yet. Maybe the offer feels complicated. Maybe the next step isn't clear. Whatever the reason, when people aren't sure what happens next, they pause. And when they pause, momentum disappears. This is where many businesses make a mistake. When deals slow down, they add more marketing, more ads, more campaigns, more persuasion, but pushing harder rarely fixes hesitation. What actually changes buyer behavior is understanding. When buyers understand the problem being solved, when the outcome feels obvious, and when the next step feels simple, and that's exactly where something interesting happens in the process. Conversations become easier, questions change, and that is when business decisions finally start to happen faster. When I'm looking at a business, I usually study one thing first. Where do sales conversations stall? Because that moment tells you something important. It shows exactly where the buyer's understanding breaks down. Sometimes it's the message, sometimes it's the offer, and other times the hesitation comes from the process itself. But once that uncertainty disappears, momentum usually returns. Here's the insight worth remembering. Understanding builds confidence. Confidence speeds decisions. So here's something worth thinking about. If deals keep stalling in your business, where do buyers usually hesitate? That hesitation is often pointing to the real problem. Thoughts? Drop a comment below.